Greetings, Alexei here, the developer for Battlescape of OpenApoc. In this video I will present to you our first playable release, the Playable Alpha 0.1. The point of this release is to show you what we have implemented so far and let you playtest it and give us feedback. So the game is not properly playable yet, but some systems are already in and you can experience them and help us find all the bugs and tell us what you think. So you can choose any difficulty. And the cityscape is barely functional right now. So there are vehicles, random vehicles spawn that move around. You can click on buildings and you can equip your own vehicles and fly them around, attack stuff. So all this works. And this works, and you can put on some equipment. So this display doesn't work yet, but weapons get equipped and you can send it to shoot other vehicles. Currently the damage is properly applied to other vehicles, but the damage to buildings is not yet properly implemented, so there is no proper collision and building collapse functionality. But as for the vehicles, the weapons hit properly and deal damage. If my aim would be alright, yeah, so there it hits. Okay, so this is for the cityscape and you can try to kill stuff. If only my aim wouldn't be so terrible. Anyways, there was a hit. It works better on some types of vehicles, I guess. Okay. Let me get in close. Anyways, you can also wait until the night and the UFO will spawn and you can have this battle with the UFOs. So here they come and you can look at the map. And everything will start firing all over the place because the UFOs attack and the ships fight back like this. So, as you can see, the damage is properly applied and the UFO will crash and so on. So that's it for the Battlescape. There is no option to move agents around yet, so you cannot initiate the missions properly. To go to Battlescape you use the Skirmish mode, which is a feature which will eventually become a quick battle mode like an OpenApoc, where you can just run whatever scenario you want. But for now it's here and you can choose the map. Base defenses don't work yet, but everything else should work properly. So you can choose human buildings, you can choose UFO crash land sites, and you can choose alien buildings. When you choose a map, you go to the Skirmish screen where you can specify parameters. First of all is the list of agents. So you have your human agents, hybrid and android agents, which you will control. You can choose the amount. Then you can choose amount of days of training you want to give them. So this will control the parameters, the statistics of your agents, how much will they get to be improved before you enter the battle. This is for physical stats and for psi stats, so it's like if you would put them in training in the game. It's the equivalent, and this is used if you want to play with agents with better stats. You can increase this. This equipment level is it determines what your agents get equipped with. So if it's not if it's a number, then your agents will get default equipment set of this stage level. It's like in the vanilla, the organizations get equipped with the weapons and the grenades, based on the organization touch level, and this touch level is preset at the start of the game and goes on as the game progresses. So in this case you can specify what kind of touch level you want your guys to be equipped with, and the security forces of the organizations is controlled by this slider. For the aliens, vanilla determines the alien equipment based on your score, so your total score is used to determine what kind of equipment will alien forces have. So here you can specify your score and thus influence what kind of equipment will you face on the alien side. Here you can choose what armor your units will receive, so you can choose a set of armor like XCOM armor or MarSec armor or Megapol nothing. And you can also choose to have MarSec body added to another like different set of armor. So for example, you can have Megapol hands, feet and helmet and MarSec body. That way you can fly. And also you can customize what enemies you will face. You can choose the mode and you can choose the hot seat. So the hot seat, basically if you choose this and if you also choose turn-based, then you will be able to control all the sides except civilians, I think. Raid mode is the setting which matters if you select a human building, like something like this. Then you can choose with this check box clicked, it will be the raid against the organization which owns the building. Without it, it will be an extermination mission. Customized forces lets you choose what opponents you face. So for example, if you pick a alien extermination mode, like no check here, human building, alien extermination, but there are no aliens, it will let you pick what aliens you want to fight because there's no aliens in the building. So let's pick our ship, and if there are enemies by default, you will not get this screen unless you click here. And if you click here, you will be able to choose what opponents you face, like if I want to face some chrysalis, multiworm eggs and some multiworms, I can do that. Or you can use default and then you will have whatever the default is, like in case of battleship, whatever the battleship normally contains in vanilla. And the queen spawn is just a checkbox, if it has a queen spawn or not. So when you do this, you get your typical breathing. It's not yet implemented, but the screen should match whatever you are doing, like this is the screen for alien crash site. You choose your mode. This squad assignment screen doesn't work yet either, but the equipment screen does. In equipment screen you can pick whatever you want and put it on your agents. So in this case, whatever equipment you like you can give them shields, teleporters. The equipment screen works almost like vanilla, like almost everything works here, except like this function doesn't yet, like the medals and stuff. There is no tooltips, and you cannot select multiple agents to equip them at the same time. Aside from that, everything should work. Like you should be able to equip stuff, remove stuff, and let it go. Okay, here it is. And you should be able to pick whatever gear you like if I want to give this guy this thing. And you should see your like speed going down properly and so on. Like ammunition and stuff. And then you enter battle. Again, here everything should work, except in alien buildings the spawn points in vanilla are kinda buggy. So the units will spawn like improperly. So you should expect like the spawn places to be out like random, but everything else should work. The maps should be properly generated, and enemies should spawn where the enemies should be, and your units should spawn where they should be. And basically everything should work from this point on, work properly. What else? The Battlescape, yes. So most of the mechanics in the Battlescape are implemented. So it's easier to say what's not yet in the game, because everything else is most likely implemented. So what's not in the game yet? Base defense missions are not yet implemented. Reinforcements spawning in alien buildings, like, let me show you, like in alien buildings you get this reinforcement spawners, so they don't work yet, they don't spawn aliens yet. Also unit behavior, so this thing doesn't work yet. The units should like take cover when it's on cautious or normal, should take cover and like take shots out of cover. This doesn't yet work. Psy probe, so Psy attacks do work properly, but the Psy probe function doesn't. Organizations don't react to you like hitting them, so if you attack a friendly organization it won't go hostile on you if you attack the units of the organization. The music is just playing in the background. The music doesn't yet like properly give you the music according to the action which is going on. And basically that's about it. And some features are not yet fully complete. Again, the list of incomplete features. Large units are not yet properly drawn, so if we look at something like Mega Spawn, okay, I can't find the Mega Spawn, but basically the large 2x2x2 units, they don't display properly. You can expect some graphical glitches. Alien AI, we don't have a proper AI yet, so what we have in game is just like a placeholder AI which runs and shoots and attacks you, but it's not supposed to work exactly like the vanilla AI, because we haven't had anyone write an AI for us yet. The enzyme and the fire and cloaking is not like copied from vanilla, because we don't know how it works properly in vanilla. So we implemented our version, but it may not really match like what vanilla does. If someone is willing to help us, by all means, please help us do it. Help us figure out exactly if our fire spread mechanics, fire damage, if our enzyme damage, and if our cloaking device functions properly or not. Also, notifications don't really like work yet properly. So for example, let us encounter something. So if you check this, it doesn't matter, it will still display the message. So this you cannot disable, like disable specific messages yet. Grenade priming interface, it doesn't have this scroll bar here, so just use the scroll, but the scroll bar display is not yet there. And as I said already, agent equipment doesn't yet allow you to equip multiple agents at the same time, so it's only one agent at a time right now. Okay, so that's it for what's not working and not properly working. Everything else should work, so you should be able to move around and like fire and kill stuff and die to attacks, and like all sorts of movement should work, like retreating should work, throwing grenades, basically whatever, everything should be working properly. So let's talk about what debug features are in this build. So there are debug hotkeys you can use to test the game. So first hotkey is the middle mouse click, lets you teleport around, and this lets you test test the game by positioning your units where you want them to, and so on. E key will force the end turn in turn-based mode. R key will reveal the whole map like this. It will show where everybody is going, so it will show these movement indications, and it will also show these lines These lines tell you what unit sees what unit. So for example, here you can see that this unit sees these three, and like, this would be a better example, I think. Okay, maybe not. Like, these units can see this unit, so it goes from head to the body, and so you can debug like what you can and can't see, and see if it's properly working or not. Then the letter S will stun units. So for example, if I click this, it will get stunned. You have control to change it to area of effect. So if I use Ctrl S, I will stun all these units around the cursor. Shift will invert, so Shift S will stun everything except unit under the cursor, and Ctrl Shift will stun everything except units around the cursor. K is the same as S, but K removes the unit from the map, so this counts as a unit has retreated from battle, like this. Same with Control and Shift, you can choose with the unit to affect a certain amount of units, like whole map or around the cursor. The P, letter P, will lower the morale of every unit, so that eventually the units will start to panic. And Shift P will give your units, all the units on the map, 100 Psi attack, 100 Psi energy, and 0 Psi defense. This allows you to use mind benders and try to play around with the Psi. So here I pressed P, and you can see my Psi defense is 0, and these stats are maxed out. They just don't show it because basically this interface doesn't want to show them too high. Okay, also H will heal every unit, so you can see this unit is wounded, like this is critically wounded, H will heal it. It will also restore the Psi stats, so just in case you wonder what's going on, it restores them, so it counteracts the previous hotkey. Letter T will restore the timed units of every player unit in turn-based, so you can use it to debug turn-based mode. And letter N will toggle notifications, so you can see right now there are a lot of messages, but notifications stopped popping up because I clicked N. If I click N again, they will start popping up again. If I click it again, they stop. So it's useful that you can play a huge map and don't have to click through messages every time. Now for the hotkeys. So as I already said, there's a debug hotkey with the middle mouse button which lets you teleport. Okay, then right click on a grenade will prime it to explode on contact. So whenever this grenade lands, it will explode immediately. This is useful, feature from the vanilla, which not many people know. So there you go, now you know. Okay, next, you can right-click an enemy to focus him, but you have to see it first. So if it's this is the R hotkey, which shows everything. This is when you only see what you see, so you cannot use it on the units you don't see normally. So this works. Okay, then space starts and stops time, page up, page down lets you go through levels. Control click lets you add units to selection, like this. And shift click lets you fire at a tile. So shift click will fire at a tile center, like this. You can see the bullets go, at the level where my agent is at, but shift control click will fire at the ground, like this. Shift alt click will fire at the ground, and shift click will fire at the center. Alt click will let you move your soldier while keeping your facing. So if the soldier is facing here, it will stay this way and straight. If it's facing here, it will again move like this, and if it's facing this way, it will move backwards. Aliens are trying to grenade me. Jump, J hotkey will let the units jump, and this allows them to jump from high obstacles, because normally units will not go down from high obstacles. They will refuse to go. But in this, using this hotkey, you can let them basically plunge to their deaths, if you want. This map is a bad one to demonstrate, so I will go to another map. Like the battleship will be good. So this feature again was in the vanilla, but not many people know about this feature. So this feature is in OpenApoc. But units cannot jump if they have a jetpack, so you have to put the jetpack down. And now you can do this and let them die by falling to their death. Anyways, what else? Units can jump small gaps, like if there's a gap in the floor, the unit will jump over it. I guess I want to have a... I will have to use some... I will have to use some powerful weaponry to demonstrate that. So let's do this. Okay, so if I remember what can be destroyed, I don't think I remember by heart. Anyways, basically you can jump over stuff. Let's see if it can be destroyed. I don't think it can. Yeah, this grass is actually indestructible, in case you didn't know. Anyways, if you find a gap, you can jump over it. Ah, yes, of course. We can do that on things like slums. Yeah. So it would be like this, maybe it's a slum map? Yeah, it's a slum map. So let's have a slum map. Let's have some proper weaponry and let's kick some ass. Okay, so we need a slum map which has these... Okay, this is a bad slum map to demonstrate that. Maybe this thing will work. Yeah, this should work. If this is destructible. Yep. So again, this only works with units which have no jetpack. But basically this is it. So the units can cross. Okay. The units can cross like small gaps. Like one tile gaps by jumping. Like this. And units with special functions like head crabs, I mean brain suckers, and brain suckers, multi-worms, poppers, they have an item now that you can use to initiate the attack. So AI should, again, the AI is not like the proper vanilla AI because you don't have it yet, but the AI should work properly. Like, if you look at how AI works, the AI should properly like chase you down and attack you with weapons and stuff. The AI should use like grenades on you if the grenade is the best course of action. Like you see, they start patrolling around the map, and eventually they will find my forces and like start firing. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. So let's put them here. So like poppers, like you see this popper. This popper sees my unit and it will decide to, like, it decided to move here and suicide because this is the closest path it can use. And let's see, let's take someone here. So these skeletoids, they see me and they decide to attack me because like they are at a good distance and they think they can easily kill me because their weapons are on range and accurate. If we are further apart, they may decide like to to duck because I'm firing at them. They may decide to throw grenades at me. Alright, so you can see one of my units was mind controlled, like I think it's this one, yes. Yeah, they mind controlled one of my units. These micronoid bastards. So this all also pops in the log, like unit under sonic control, unit freed from sonic control. So basically that's about it. Like, this should work, you should be able to move around, you should be able to like run away from combat, you should be able to fight enemies. Line of sight should work properly. Grenades should work. Like, do we have any more grenades? No? Okay. Grenades should work. Cleaning should work, like shields obviously work. Enzyme, fire. Stuff is happening all around the map. What's going on? Ah, the skeletoids flew here and started firing. So yeah, and the destruction works, of course. Like, let's have some destruction, shall we? What the hell? Where is my guy? Okay, let's try to blow something up with a grenade. Okay, it didn't blow up. Well, the pistol is not gonna suffice, obviously. Let's see if we have a good weapon here. No, we don't. Ah, yes, the skeletoid might have a weapon. God damn it. Oh, yes, of course. This is good. So let's go blow this up. Okay. I want this blown up. Yeah, so here it goes. Bow, 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 bow. And so yeah, basically destruction works, like poppers obviously work. Bam! And as you can see, the Mega Spawn doesn't like use his missile because it's too close, and the smoke properly doesn't allow them to see each other. And this Mega Spawn will use missile because it's far enough. I hope it should attack me anytime soon. Ah, god damn it, I died. Okay. Second try. So here it fired the missile because this unit was far away and he didn't consider this friendly fire because there was no friendly fire. So yeah, and Mega Spawns can walk up ladders now, like they should. So this exploit won't work anymore where Mega Spawns are trapped. And this is the bug I talked about where big units don't really properly render. So they will look like this. Okay, this was a very long video. The last thing I want to touch upon is how you can help us like fix these bugs if you encounter any bugs, at least. I hope you don't, but you maybe will. Most likely you will. So the way the game works right now is deterministic, so let's look at this. We start a new game and you will see a phoenix popping up here. Like, here it is, you see this phoenix, it goes up from this building, and this police car. Let's restart. As you can see, exactly the same vehicles. So the game random generator is working exactly the same way every time because the seed is the same. So if you do the same actions, you will have the same results. For example, if you have to restart the game for this. So you have to click abandon and restart, and this will let you have the same results as you had before. So if you immediately, when you open this window, when you go into Cityscape, if you immediately open this window and go to Skirmish, you will have the same stuff every time. So like, watch this. As you can see, I have this position of units. I have this sniper rifle guy here and sniper rifle guy here, and these guys have a minigun and a grenade. So let's click. and we go the same map again, same settings, and we get the same stuff. So we get the same person, the same weapons, everything is the same. This allows you to test, like, but if we would wait, and let more vehicles appear, something like wait a bit, then it will not be the same because the game had to like randomly generate vehicles, and that therefore the seed changes and the stuff you see changes. So if you encounter a bug in a Battlescape or a Cityscape, please try to reproduce the bug by starting the new game and like trying to encounter this bug. For example, if there's a bug at a transporter, try to restart the game at the same difficulty and immediately going to the map and try to reproduce the bug this way. And if you will be able to, it will help us a lot, because we will be able to reproduce the bug as well easily without having to guess. But at least tell us what you did and what the error message was if you encounter any bugs. So this video is very long already. So thank you everybody for watching, and thank you for being interested in OpenApocalypse. If you are willing to contribute, please go to our forums and ask there what you can do to help the project. We mainly need programmers right now because we need people to basically code stuff in the game. We know a lot of mechanics of the vanilla. We just need people to implement the mechanics in code, and basically we can get this to the playable state very quickly if more people join the team and start to program. So if you are willing to do it, it would be very good. Anyways, thank you for your attention, and this alpha version will release in about a week or maybe even in several days. And there will be a README text file, so you don't have to watch this video again. Everything you need to know will be in a text file, but I thought I will just also make a video so that you can also have this information available, this form. So again, thank you very much for watching, and see you. Goodbye.